What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another regional vlog. That's right. As you can see, I'm not in a bowling center, but as you guys see in the title, yeah, it's regional weekend. We are at Modesto at Yosemite Lanes. We are bowling the PBA Vanessa Brown Open. This is the 19th year the center has hosted a regional event here. We're going on to 20 years next year, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, we're bowling on 36 feet Ballard, which means urethane. So some rather interesting news about a urethane going on. But again, right now, currently, we can still throw it, and I'm going to be throwing two IQUs on this. Each of them has different surface on them. But yeah, so hopefully IQUs, and then we're going to see, hopefully we can get into the reactive balls, and then that's when the scores are going to start coming pretty fast. But yeah, 8 games of qualifying. Before we get to this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate your support. We're back again. It's good to be back on this channel again. Just took some time off just to kind of mentally regroup. It's been overwhelming. It's good to be back doing these videos for you guys. Yeah, let's get to it. Hope you guys enjoy it, and let's see if I can get into the top 16 for the finals on Sunday. Let's go. All right, so as you guys can see, we just wrapped up qualifying. I was sweating bullets, man. I mean, I literally waiting for the scores to get released, see what the final results are, if I made it or not. So we used the IQU, both IQUs, for about 4 games, but we have, and you're bowling in a center too that has so much early hook built into the lanes. But yeah, we kind of just dug through, kept our head down. Then finally, in a field shot in the 4th game at the end, I went to the Ion Pro Solid, and then yeah, so we got through that game, and then we shot 222 in Game 7 on that end pair, so we got to plus 30. And then we made a turn down to the low end on 3 and 4 to finish Game 8. The right lane was hooking way more sooner, so I had to literally zone more left in that game. And then I did open the first frame, but we made the spares. We made that big split conversion down the line, sparing that 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. We shot 190 in that final Game 8. It was enough to make the cut. I qualified 15th. I get the bowl against Jake Peters. He qualified number 2. Have a tough opponent against Jake Peters. Again, tour champion, owner of Zello Gear. So want any of the jerseys that I was wearing in these videos, go to zellogear.com. Use my promo code Carnati10. Get your 10% off on any jerseys, accessories, t-shirts, or any of the tour collection that you see from Zello Gear. If I can the win against Jake, and hopefully we are moving on and maybe bowling for a title at the end of the video. All right, guys, so we're done here in Modesto. We got knocked out in the round of 16 by Jake Peters, so 0-2, and came back to tie it up, and unfortunately didn't go my way. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Corinne. She was the one behind the camera, helping me all day. It's good to be back on the vlogs again, and we'll see you guys next time in another video, and till next time, peace out. Bye.